Hey kids. Okay, so I'm going to go over how to draw a butterfly with two different views. One where you can see both the wings open, and the other is where you see it more from the side. And I want to emphasize that this is just sort of generally how to lay out a butterfly. There are so many different types of butterflies and so many different ways that you can draw and color the wings. This is just sort of to prepare you for designing your own butterflies. So the first thing is you're going to start with the head, right? And most of the butterflies have two, kind of large eyes on either side and then long antenna. And these antennae sometimes have like a wider part at the end, so we'll add that in. Let's put the eyes out a little further like that. Okay. And then you have the body. Now this is where the wings are going to attach, right? And then they have another section back here where the wings don't attach. So this may or may not be thick or thin depending on the type of butterfly you're drawing. And sometimes they have like segments like this in this area. And that's going to be, of course, also up to you. Unless you're trying to draw a particular kind of butterfly. In that case, you should look at it and see what it looks like. Now, for the wings, butterflies have the same wing on both sides. So whatever you draw on one side, you want to draw again on the other. And it's typically in two different parts, the top wing and then the bottom wing. Most of the time you can sort of see where they stop and start. Sometimes it looks like it moves right into the bottom, but it doesn't, right? You can just design it that way if you want it to. So if you have this part here up to there, then you want to aim for it to do the same thing over here. So up to here. And then let's say this comes down and does something kind of decorative like that. Then you want to try to do it on this side as well. Now, for the bottom, you can either have it be sort of rounded like this, or you can have it be sort of, wavy or curvy like that. And some of them even have this part down here where it's like a little extra piece. And you can add that if you want. And sometimes down here it actually has a look almost like bat wings, where they're a little bit more, angular, like pointed. I'm probably going to curve it for this demonstration, but you could do it any way you want. Now once you have this in place, you want to start thinking about your pattern. A lot of times you can just follow along your line here to create a section where, this edge is a separate color. So it would just be like, let's see, we have that, then we'll have that. Again, follow my own line. There we go, like that. And then again here. And then you can do that down here if you want also, right? You'd follow along. Or you can just start to section this out. So you'll make large areas to start. Maybe I want that a little bit more like that. And then the rest of it can be, lines that kind of come from these areas outward. And again, you just want to think about, okay, well, what am I doing on one side? Let me try to do it on the other. Do they have to be exact? No, of course not. You're just aiming for it. Some of them have, circular shapes. For a lot of the ones that have circular shapes, they have a kind of eye look to them because they're like, like a fake out, like a decoy eye. So that might be dark around there and then light on the inside to really grab your attention, and then maybe there's some pattern there too. All right, so something like this. Now, for the one that you're drawing from the side, you're going to see the side of the butterfly body differently. So you'll have to see one eye. You might still see both antennae, right? But they come maybe this way. See the body here. This separate part might curl down like this. It might not go straight out. It still has its sections though. Again, this is where the wings come from, right? So if this wing goes up here, I want that to curve more that way. And then maybe like that. Then this part would be down here. And then whatever you're going to see here is going to be the top part of this. But it's going to come forward a little, and then it's going to aim down, because it's still aiming down towards the body. So it's going to aim down here. So you're not going to see as much of it, right? So it's going to be just the top of this. I'm going to go over these in Sharpie so you can see these better, because that should not, I don't think I like that too much. And now if you do want to do legs for these, they're kind of interesting. They go down, then up, then down, down, then up, then down, down, then up, then down. So if you're trying to make them attached to like a flower, you could put the flower here, and you have the legs there. All right, so let me go over this with Sharpie so you can see it a little better, and I'll be right back. All right, so I went over my lines with Sharpie and I erased my pencil lines, and I made a couple adjustments. I developed the body a little bit more because for some butterflies, there's, patterns and markings on the body, so I started in on that. And I added some details to the wings. And for the one for the side view, I realized that if I was looking at side view and I could see those 3 legs, I would be able to see all 6. So I put in the other legs as well, and I shifted the wings up and back a little bit so that you could see how the pattern would show only from the top on this one. All right, kids, I hope that this is fun for you. Enjoy, take care, have a wonderful time coloring in your butterflies.